Wonderful people, you are welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you made it. Today I want to show you the process of hatching catfish at home or on the farm, wherever you are doing your own. And I believe you must have watched my previous videos on how we set up our container we use and also the plumbing works, how we did it. I believe you must have watched how we did it. So today we're going to the production, the main production, which is how you can hatch. And today is going to be our day 0 of how we hatch. And in order for you to hatch catfish, you will need two main things especially. The first thing you need to do is your fish, while the remaining is categorized under others. I hope you understand. So for the catfish, especially for today's what I'm revealing to you, I made use of a male Heterobronchus while we use a female Clarias. All these things I'm talking about, all these terminologies, they are more or less like their surname, if I'm permitted to say that, more or less like their surname, like their genetical name, like their biological name, whatever. That's the name they gave them. Because catfish, we have different types of catfish. But for the sake of this video, we're going to be talking about just 3, which is the Heterobronchus. We are going to be talking about the Clarias, and we're going to be talking about the hybrid. So during the course of this video as well, I'm going to be showing you, or if I'm not able to show you in this video, I'm going to make a video of how you can identify these types of catfishes. So you'll be able to differentiate between Heterobronchus, Clarias, or hybrid. Now, just like I told you, I'm making use of hetero male, Clarias female, and the coming together of these two will give me what I call my hybrid. I hope you understand now. So that is what I want to do. And as I told you, we're going to need your fish, and the second one is going to be categorized on others. For the fish, for the male female fish, you are going to inject it at least 12 hours before the time you are going to be releasing the eggs, spawning time. I hope you understand. You are going to be hearing some terminologies. Please pardon me. I will try as much as possible not to be using the terminologies, because the terminologies at times you don't really need them. All you need to do is add A plus B to give you your C. You don't need to know A is this, B is. You don't need that. I'm going to try as much as possible to explain in details, at the same time in a very understandable words. That being said, you're going to inject your fish for at least 12 hours before the time you're going to be pressing the eggs. And also, it's not just any injection you're going to be injecting them. There is a certain content you are going to be introducing into the syringe and injecting your female fish with. Is the name of that substance is going to be presented in the comments, in the description box below this video, for the sake of those people that wants to get it. Having done that, as for your male, you will need to kill the male, no matter how hard you try. Of course, it's not compulsory you kill the male, but if you are able to identify the sperm sac, fine, and it's good for you. You can even remove the sperm sac without killing the male species. It's very possible, but the best bet of it is just to kill it and eat it if you want to eat it, and if you cannot eat it, do anything you like with it. So that being said, you are going to need a saline solution. As for this saline solution, we have ready-made ones that you can buy at the pharmacy. At the same time, you have another ones that you can prepare yourself. When we talk about saline solution, it means adding salt into water. The coming together of this will give you a solution. That is what we call saline solution in a layman description. So, and the essence of this is just to increase the activeness of the male, the spermatozoa, let me say it that way. That's the, you are going to see everything. I believe this theoretical aspect is just a must for me to talk about it before we go into the practical, so that you understand what we are adding and why we are doing it. So the function of that saline solution is just to increase the motility and also the activeness of your sperms. That's your sperm cell, spermatozoa. That is the function of the saline solution. So the step is that you are going to remove the sperm sac from the male fish. Try to cut it open, the sac, try to cut it open, and also try to squeeze it into the saline solution. And if you have a very keen eye, you observe that the color of the water is going to be turning into either white or grayish color. It all depends. So having done that, it's now time for you to spawn the fish. You know, I already told you that fish, you must have injected it for at least 12 hours before the time you are going to be releasing the egg. So you gently press the belly of your fish, that female fish. You gently press it, and you will see darkish substances coming from the genitals. So that is the egg we are going to be working with. It depends on the size. In some cases, you can have like 100,000 plus. If it comes out fine, like 100,000 plus when you weigh it. So, and I think I must tell you, you don't just inject these female fish with just any quantity. You have to weigh the fish, the female fish. You have to weigh it. Once you know the weight, let's assume if your female fish weighs 1 kg, you have to introduce 0.5 ml of that injection into it. You will not give it in a ratio 1:1. It's either 1:2 or 0.5:1. I hope you understand. So that's just the ratio. Okay, I think I've digressed too much. And the next thing you have to do is, having released the egg into the bowl, you stir gently. You stir gently, and the next thing you have to do, having done the gently stirring, is you introduce it into the water bath, or whatever name you call it, your plastic pond, anything you call it. And also make sure wherever you're going to do your hatching, the temperature there is a little bit above normal room temperature, because when you're hatching, you really need a bit of warmth so that your hatching will come out fine. I hope you understand. So that's the essence of the temperature I'm talking about. Having done that, you are going to introduce it onto a small floating net. We call it kakaban. Kakaban. That is the name of that floating net. In one of my videos, I think I made the frame. I showed you how to make the frame, so you are going to see it. And the next thing you have to do is just wait for the fish to hatch. Anything from 6 to 32 hours, you'll be seeing some tiny things coming up gradually, and that is going to be your fries. We call them fries. So that being said, I think I need to cut this video and lead you to the practical so that you see. This is what the saline solution looks like. Can you see? And also this is the female excuse me, this is a female fish that I told you is clarias. If you take a very good look at the fin, you will see the difference. But I think I'm going to make a video on what next to do. And where I'm pointing at is where you're going to do the injection. You're going to put the syringe and make sure it goes diagonal and not just straight or anyhow. So that is what you need to know. And right now we want to pick it, we want to lift it up. That's the male. We are trying to add the male. You're going to see the agitation that is going to happen once we drop the two together in a bowl. The male has actually been dissected, and that is what you are seeing, yet it's still not dead. And the male is what I told you is heterobronchus, and with this dissection it can still live up to like 24 hours. And okay, here is the female, the clarias. That's the female. Okay, what we are going to do right now is we're going to use a bit of saline water to rinse this plastic bowl and also this spoon, a bit of it just to clean it. And we are trying to remove the male from where we kept it. What we are going to do right here is to remove the sperm sac. You can do it gently. If you can do it gently, in every fish you are going to see 2 sperm sacs. So if you can do it gently, it's very possible your fish will not have to die before having to remove it. But nonetheless, you still have to kill it, because once you remove the sperm sac, even if you stitch it up, what's the essence of leaving it alive? The best bet is just for you to prepare a pepper soup and enjoy your meal. So those are the sperm sac that we just removed. This now, we're going to either cut it or try to squeeze it. But before we squeeze it, we are going to add a saline solution. You remember what I told you the essence of the saline solution is? To improve the activeness of the sperm cell. So right now we are trying to squeeze it so that we can get the juicy part of it, what you call the sperm. Can you see the water is turning a bit? Okay, so just try to do that. This can take up to like 5 to 10 minutes. It all depends on you, and you can now see the essence of adding the saline water. So let's assume this takes more than expected. The sperm cell will still be active and not dead. Okay, add a little bit of saline water, but not too much. The next thing we want to do is you find clean cloth to hold your female fish, and that is how to catch it. At least you need 2 people to do it if you want a very clean job. And right now we are going to press the belly gently to release the egg. Can you see the egg being released? So we are trying to release the egg into where we already have the sperm, and immediately the fertilization will start. Make sure blood is not coming out. Once you observe blood is coming out, you have to stop immediately, because it's not good. It's actually not good for your production. What we need is egg and not the blood. So once we are done, the next thing you have to do is you can just drop the female fish somewhere and try to stir gently. At times you can stay up to like 2 to 5 minutes, and at times you can just do it straight away. What is going to happen is going to happen. So right now, you remember the kakaban I told you? That's the floating thing that you can see that we want to apply our eggs on. That's the kakaban. We have a net on it. It's not just any net. It's well prepared. In other video, I'm going to show you how we made the frame. So right now, we're trying to apply the already hatched, let me call it production, onto the kakaban. And that is how you do it. You spread it evenly. Don't just drop everything on each other, so that when they are hatching, they will not be crowded. So you can just smear it and do the separation yourself, likely. And even if you don't want overcrowding, you can look for a lot of these white tanks and spread them out, but it all depends on you. So for the sake of this video, we are making use of 2 tanks for this process. You see, we have actually tried a bit, and that's the second one. We want to make sure we finish the whole egg so that we will not waste anything. And what you're seeing is more than 100,000. If everything comes out successful, is more than 100,000. You're asking, how do I know? Okay, maybe in the subsequent videos I'm going to be showing you how to get an estimate, and maybe I should just tell you what you need to do is you weigh it. Once you weigh it, you'll be able to have an idea of how many fishes to expect once it turns out successful. And this is what I'm going to do in the next 6 hours after this production. I'm supposed to put on the water like this. This is even too fast, but the water is not supposed to be coming up at this moment. This is just like a test. So we have to close the tap and show you. So that's it, guys. Still not finding it very easy? Make use of the comment section below this video so that you understand what we are talking about. That being said, subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed.